As you probably already know, shipment has now turned into a snowy sensation with the Xmas spirit all around us. I wanted to ask Santa for a special Christmas gift. He asked me, "What would you like, Cass?" I told him, "Santa, just for 1 week, can you please turn off skill-based matchmaking? I want to drop nukes. I want to be a demon." He told me, "Sorry, son. The best I can do is a Vault edition of Modern Warfare 2. I was very upset with his response, and I knew the only way out was to take the situation into my own hands. Alrighty, I am going to show you multiple methods on how you can tackle skill-based matchmaking. First, I am going to show you the most effective method that I used, so on a separate console I created a fresh noob account. Now I know many people won't have a separate console just laying around, so don't worry, I'll still show you some other methods that are just as effective. Once my new account was ready to roll and the boots were laced up, I started playing multiple games, shipment, team deathmatch, any kind of game that I got into. I tried my best to replicate the movement and gameplay of a low-level player. I never sprinted, I had slow movements, I crouched a lot. I also let players kill me about 5 or 6 times before I even got a hit marker on a player just to try to mimic low accuracy. All in all, I was really just trying to go for a very low kill-death ratio, and I also noticed that a lot of it has to do with the amount of score that you get per minute. This is how you're classified into the games that you're put into. One very important thing that I did notice in my attempt to do this is that if you continuously kill yourself with a grenade or any kind of launcher repeatedly, it is going to work against you and they can definitely detect it. But anyways, after playing about 5 to 10 games, I then started to realize that the players that I was up against were very low skilled. As you can see right here, just a couple examples. The awareness is non-existent and absolutely no hate at all. Everybody's going to be a different level of player. There's always going to be players that suck, the ones that don't invest as much time into this game as people, for example, on YouTube that are trying to create content. That's a given. At this point, I have to say that my reverse boosting mission is successful and now I am ready to reap the rewards. What you're going to want to do now is have your separate console start up a game and search for a lobby. You'll want to wait until that player is entirely in the lobby before you join the session. You'll want to wait until you are fully in the lobby, then join the player session. You might get an error here and there. That is totally normal. The lobby just fills up very fast. However, sooner or later you should get it and you'll be inside the lobby. Now, if you don't have a separate console, you can either reverse boost on your main account, although this is going to affect your kill death ratio if you care about that, so just be aware. This also works the same way if you have a friend that is not so good at the game. You can do these exact same step and just join his or her lobby. This is how it looks when you successfully join the game session. You're going to see that it is going to put you inside the lobby while your friend or your separate account is already inside. It is extremely important that the separate account or the player that you're doing this with does not back out until you're already in the game loaded, just as I am here. At this stage, you can have your friend or your separate account back out without bringing the party and you will remain in this low-level lobby. Now, it is sad to say, but this is some of the most fun that I've had on any multiplayer game in the last couple years before skill-based matchmaking was a thing. I've yet to come across somebody that prefers skill-based matchmaking and is all for it. Realistically speaking, YouTubers, the people on Twitter, the people on Reddit, the ones that play Modern Warfare 2 and associate themselves with these websites, they post on these websites, we are a very small portion of the mass population that plays this game. The massive amounts of money that these companies make come from the players that don't go on these websites at all, believe me. This feature was implemented to protect the players that get this game for the first time. It is implemented to keep the player playing without being frustrated, but quite truthfully, it really doesn't benefit anybody. Skill-based matchmaking was introduced approximately around the same time when everybody demanded a gold medal for placing last place. Back in the early days of Call of Duty, whether it was Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, World at War, Black Ops 1, it felt really enjoyable to sit down on your ass, play for countless hours, and it seemed like time just flew by, you know? It was something that you really wanted to do and it didn't feel as much of a grind as it does now. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the video. Thank you very much for taking the time to view it. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas with your friends, family, loved ones. And if you don't have them around and you're just by yourself, make your own beautiful vibe. Enjoy it.